Tommy Moffitt is going to be hired, or it was already announced by Texas A&M, that he will be the next strength and conditioning coach at Texas A&M. That being said, obviously, a lot of you LSU fans know who Tommy Moffitt is. Was the director of football, strength and conditioning, head of strength and conditioning for LSU football for over 20 years. Won 3 national titles at LSU, went through 3, I think maybe even 4 coaches. I can't really remember off the top of my head. Was here with Saban, was here with Les, was here with Ed. Then when Brian Kelly came in, Tommy Moffitt was relieved of his duties as the strength and conditioning coordinator at LSU. Look, man, I think 2 things can be true at once. Do I love Tommy Moffitt? Yeah, man, I do. He's always been great to me. He's always, never said anything bad to us. He's been open if ever asked a question. Great dude, man. Great dude. The way that, and look, strength and conditioning coaches mold your team more than anybody. They are with your football team literally more than anybody. Night and day with the team, see them more than the coaches, see them more than, look, they have to have a pulse on the entire team, from the punter, the walk-on punter, okay, to the Heisman Trophy winning quarterback, guys like Jaden Daniels. They have to have the pulse on everything. But when I say 2 things can be true at once, I fully believe that. I don't blame Tommy Moffitt for Ed Orgeron's mistakes. I don't. The same way that I did not blame Tommy Moffitt at the end of the Les Miles era for Les's mistakes. There were so many bigger issues in 2020 and 2021, more than LSU, quote unquote, being pushed around or not being in shape, injuries, things like that, where I don't necessarily disagree, right? Like, I don't disagree that I think that Tommy, at the end of the tenure at LSU, thinks it's somewhat run its course a little bit. It kind of had. And over 2 decades long of service at LSU, yeah, thank you so much for everything that you've done, but I still think he's a good strength coach. I think that he can go to A&M and do some good things. I don't know necessarily if that's going to work out for him or that's going to work out for the staff. We'll have to sit here and find out. But I'm just not going to be the dude that comes out here and blames Tommy Moffitt for all of Ed Orgeron's sins. Look, man, here's the truth. And there's one game, really more than one game, but one game that stands out. Like, when people, because a lot of people were in the chat and in the comments and sending me text messages just saying, well, he's overrated, he's done. He's not good anymore. And I'm thinking, okay, well, what makes you think that? And they give any kind of explanation, regardless of what the explanation is. And I would say to myself, well, it's crazy how you hold a national championship contending team in Alabama to 20 points when your offense was dong. You weren't any good offensively. Jake Peets was calling plays, but Durante Jones, look, you were able still to run the football. You were physical up front. You played really good defense. You did some good things. Don't let what Ed Orgeron did, wanting to play bump and run, man-to-man coverage on the outside, do it. Or just put you over the edge that Tommy wasn't a good dude or a good coach. I think that it was a lot of scheme when it came to what happened against UCLA a couple years ago. But the problem with that is, and here's the downfall of the Tommy Moffitt era. Look, man, guys weren't ready to play. They weren't ready to go. It had just run its course. I think that and I know. Now, you could say defensively you can't really see it from this season. But look how good this team was last year in the fourth quarter, and really how good they were at times this year in the fourth quarter. This team was really well conditioned. I think Jake Flint and his staff has done a really damn good job at LSU. I wish Tommy success. I wish him good fortune, except for one game a year. Good on you, bud. But the uphill battle that he may have versus leaving and not being in a place like LSU, I think could be monumental.